Okay, so we are gonna start out fresh. I'm gonna remove everything from my JavaScript in here, hit save. I'm gonna remove everything from my CSS and hit save. And let's go here to the HTML and remove everything and hit save. Okay, now attached up in the files, you're gonna have some sounds. There are gonna be more, so you can add as many as you want, but we're only gonna be using a few of these. I'm gonna use hi-hat 808, kick 808, 808, snare 808, kick classic. All right, all of them in here. Again, you can add your own. Just get some hi-hats, like 2 or 3, some kicks, 2 or 3, snares, 2 or 3. Again, you can add as many as you want later on if you want. We're gonna be only working with a few here because again, attaching them at the end is gonna be way, way easy. Okay, so we're gonna generate a HTML file, hold Shift and 1. That's gonna give you the exclamation point, mark, whatever, hit tab, and there we go. This is what we have. Okay, again, I just attached the sounds here in a folder called sound. You can do the same thing. All right, we're gonna name this BeatMaker. Perfect. Let's link our style.css. So we can go up here, link /style.css. Hit save. We can also do it with the JavaScript script. We're gonna add a source /app.js. Okay, now we're gonna be using one library. We're gonna be using the font awesome. We used it previously just to add more sound. So let me open that up. I'm gonna search up font awesome. All right, and you can do the same thing. So font awesome, and we're gonna add a CDN on Google. And you're gonna find it here, cdn.js. All right, this website here, cdn.js/libraries/font awesome. We're gonna grab this one all. We're gonna go to copy script tag, copy that thing, perfect. We can close this up and we can go up here above the script and we can just Control V actually, and that's gonna add it. Okay, perfect. Now we can actually add our HTML code. So let's go up here, let's open up live server so we can see what we're doing. Again, we don't really have anything here, but that's fine. So in here, up in the body tag, we're gonna add the necessary code. Okay, so the whole thing is gonna be inside a div. I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna just add a dot sequencer, and if I hit tab, that's gonna create us a div. Okay, so we're gonna have that kick track. We're gonna do dot kick track. That's going to create again another div with kick track. We're going to have, my apologies, we're going to have our controls. So we're going to create another one here. And here we're just going to have a title like a H1 called kick. All right, we're going to have a button. All right, this is going to be our mute button. So in here, I'm actually going to add the font awesome mute thing. But before we do that, let's go here to the button. And I'm going to add a data track equals to 0. And this is kind of a pointer for us to know which button we're clicking on. If I'm clicking on 0, I'm going to have this in JavaScript. I'm going to know that this is the kick track. Same thing for the snare and same thing from hi-hats. I'm just adding the track number here. All right, this is the first track. You're going to see later on where this is going to be useful anyway. Let's also add a class to this. So what is this button going to do? It's going to mute our sound. I'm going to add mute and kick volume. Okay. So finally, inside here, inside this button, we're going to add that class. So again, I'm going to quickly go to font awesome. Let's go here. Let's remove CDN, just font awesome. And let's search for mute. All right, let's see what we get here. All right, pick whichever you want here. I'm gonna go for this one, the first one. Click that, start using this icon, and we're gonna copy it here. Okay, paste it in here, hit save, everything is good. Next up, what I wanna have is that selection, so we can select different sounds. Here, we're just gonna add a select. Name is gonna be kick select, all right? ID is gonna be kick select as well. And here we're going to have different options. So I'm going to add an option. And the value here is going to be all my different kick sounds, the location of them. So they are here in the sounds and right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point it to this because what we're going to do later on in JavaScript is we're going to change the source of the sound to the value of the option. So we're going to add a dot slash, and I'm just going to navigate to that specific sound. So this sound is going to be a classic kick. So classic kick, I'm going to add the name here. I'm going to search for classic kick. Dot slash sound slash, we have, where is it? Kick classic, it's called, okay? So kick classic dot WAV. I want to copy the exact name I have here, okay? Again, what's going to happen is when we click on this option, we're going to take the value, the location of the sound, and we're going to add it to that audio track. So it changes the sound. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the rest of my sounds. I'm going to hold Shift, Alt, and click down. I'm just going to duplicate this 2 more times. Or you can just duplicate it like this. Control-C, Control-V. All right, the second one is going to be an 808 kick. I'm just going to name this 808 kick. And here, again, I'm going to change this kick classic to kick 808. Okay, let's do another one. Kick heavy. So let's change this to kick heavy. Again, you can use any sound you want here, so feel free. Kick. I'm gonna kick so heavy. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, we have our options added, and now what we want is to have those pads. So let's go down here below this select and this div, and right down here. All right, so we're exiting the controls div, this whole thing. And here I'm going to add a class of kick to a empty div. And now we're going to have our kick pads. Now you can do as many as you want. I'm going to do 8. So I'm going to create a class of pad. Now let's actually add more to this. Kick pad and also B0. So beat 0, beat 1, beat 2. I'm going to add 1 for every. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let me see if my math is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm bad. Let's remove 1. So I'm going to start from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 8 in total. And that's it. That's all we need. Now we can kind of duplicate everything. So I'm going to grab this whole kick track that we have. So from here all the way down here. All right, the second last div, we're going to copy everything all the way up here to the kick track. Copy, because the last div here is the sequencer, so I still want to be inside the sequencer. So right here, I'm going to paste it again. Okay, now all we need to change is like everything. So kick, it's not kick anymore, it's snare track. All right, controls, that's fine. Here we're going to have snare. Button track is going to be 1 now. Mute, and not kick volume, we want to have snare volume. This can still stay the same, that's fine. Here we're going to have snare select, and we're going to have to change the sounds to the snare. So let's take a look what we have here. Let's do classic snare here. Snare, we're going to just get a snare sound. Snare acoustic 01. Snare acoustic 01. Okay, snare 808. So just the kick we're gonna have to change there. And down here, let's do snare vinyl 02. Snare vinyl 02. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's also change the names. Snare 808. And snare vinyl. Okay, there we go. Hit save. Let's see what else we have here. All right, we have snare here now. And we're gonna have snare pad. So change all of these to snare pad. I don't remember the shortcut, so we're gonna do it manually. There we go. Let's do snare. Oh my god, what's the shortcut? Please let me know. I'm gonna search for it online after this one because it's so useful and I cannot remember. Okay, so just change this to snare. The rest of it can stay the same. Okay, that's gonna be it. Let's do one last one. So again, I'm gonna copy from the second last div here, so the whole snare track, all the way down here, and we go here in between, paste, and we're gonna do the same thing again, just change it to hi-hat. All right, so up here, we're gonna do hi-hat track, controls, hi-hat. All right, that data track is gonna be 2, so this is our third track already. Mute, we're gonna do hi-hat mute, hi-hat volume, I apologize. Oh my goodness, so many here. Hi-hat select, hi-hat select. We're gonna change the sounds again. So, oops, I keep messing up. Okay, let's see what we have. We have hi-hat acoustic, hi-hat acoustic. Change this to hi-hat. Okay, I think we only have 2 here. Yeah, we have hi-hat 808. So I'm gonna delete the last one. I'm just gonna change this to hi-hat 808. Okay, let's change the name here too. 808 hi-hat. Save. Ooh, that's weird. Why does it drop it to a new line? Okay, strange. Hope this doesn't break my code. Let me make sure it doesn't. Well, looks fine. Okay, maybe it's too long. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go here, change this to hi-hat. And again, I'll just copy this one here and just paste it like this. Grab, paste, 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 and paste. That should be it. All right, everything is fine. Everything is fine and dandy. Lastly, what we want to do is go still in the sequencer down here. You know what, actually it doesn't really matter. We can go outside of the sequencer. I just want to add a button to play and also to change the tempo. So for now, let's just add a button of play. And I'm also going to add a class of play. All right, we're going to come back to this later on and add the tempo. And finally, what I want to do is add those 3 sounds. I'm going to just add an audio track down here. This is going to have a class of kick sound, and the source is going to be /. I'm just going to get the default sound. Let's do kick classic on this one. I'm going to duplicate this 2 more times. We're going to do a snare sound and a hi-hat sound. Okay, and just add a hi-hat sound here. So source, actually a snare one. Sounds, let's add a snare acoustic. And this one's going to be a hi-hat. Again, just pick anything you want. It's going to be fine. Hi-hat, acoustic. All right, so classic, acoustic, acoustic. Okay, we are ready. We're going to style this up a bit because right now, yeah, this is how it looks. We just added kick. We have those empty pads that we cannot see right now. So these pads are invisible. We need to add a height to them and a width and the color. We just have things to select here and a mute button. All right, so nothing really special so far. All right, in the next section, we're gonna style it up and then we're gonna add the necessary functionality. So see you there. I need to drink water because I feel sick a bit. So yeah, bye-bye.